Welcome. Welcome to this reflection as we continue the holy celebration of the Christmas season. The Christmas celebration last week begins for the church a number of special feast days that embody in a very special way the whole meaning of the mystery of the incarnation of Jesus Christ. We have this Sunday, the 31st of December, the celebration of the Holy Family Sunday. Then on Monday, January 1st, we celebrate the Feast of Mary, the Mother of God. And then the next Sunday, we will be celebrating the Feast of the Epiphany. All of these, in a very special way, emphasize different aspects of what we mean and we celebrate the birth of Christ. But this coming Sunday of the 31st, we really center on the Holy Family. Now it's very interesting. Behind me, as you can see, we're in the Church of St. Barbara's by the creche. And when we look at the Holy Family, we think of a very small family. I mean, we have Mary and Jesus and Joseph. That's it. That's the Holy Family. But I think it would be really incorrect for us to understand family in just terms of that little unit. Because in a very real way, Jesus was born into that family in order to constantly expand the family of God. That's one of the things that's very important for Christianity. There's an incident in Jesus' life when they're looking for his family comes looking for him, and they're trying to find him where he is, and the disciples say, your family is outside waiting for you. And Jesus says something sort of, it's not a put down, but it's sort of interesting. He says, well, whoever does the will of my heavenly Father, that's my family, that's my mother, my father, my sisters, my brothers. And in a very real way, that's sort of the whole meaning of religion. Religion again and again. Even our readings for this coming Sunday emphasize the role of Abraham. Now, in Abraham's life, there's one of the problems with Abraham. Abraham gets the promise from God that he is going to be, a father of a great nation. And poor Abraham says, hey, I'm an old man, and my wife, she's never had any children, so come on now, how can this happen? And God says to Abraham, don't worry about it. He says to him, you shall have as many offspring as the stars of the sea, stars of the sky. Look up at the sky and count the stars if you can. And just so, he added, so shall your descendants be. I mean, if you think of it in terms of the physical reality, when we refer to Abraham, the children of Abraham, we're talking about the Jewish people. But as Christians, we know that we are part of the children of Abraham too by faith. This is our part of our belief. And we know that the family of Abraham is something far more than simply the so many millions of people who live in Israel, or so many Jews in New York City or in Cleveland, Ohio. We know that the family of God is constantly expanding, and that one line, when God says, "Look up at the sky and see the stars," I mean, if you could try to even count the stars, I mean, if you see the sky as it is with no lights on, as they did in the ancient world, it's just unbelievable. It's like all kinds of lights up there. It's unbelievable. The galaxies and the other mounds of a number of innumerable parts of the sky that we could look at. The family of God is something constantly expanding. And that's very important for us to realize when we celebrate the Feast of the Holy Family, because oftentimes we get tied up. Our own little family, and all the ups and downs of family. And let's just face it, there's lots of cross currents, some good and some bad in every family. Relationships of one to another, a brother to a sister to a brother, they go up and down. They're not always perfect. We always have to remember that the family of God is something constantly that is trying to include more and more people. That's one of the messages Jesus gave to his disciples, that in one way the family is important and it should be nourished and be strengthened, but it has to become, you might say, also a vehicle for the message of the good news to go out from that family. You might say a good, strong family is a family that just doesn't stick to itself. You see, it doesn't stick to itself. It has to expand. It has to continue to roach out and look over and try to bring more people in to that family. A family that reaches out, touches others, is a family that's doing the family of God. Just by itself, it's not a little selfish unit. Mama, Papa, and a little baby. That's wonderful when it's a little baby as it begins, but there has to be constantly expanding to it. So as we celebrate this wonderful Feast of the Holy Family, we realize that religion, and the religion certainly of Christians, is a religion that constantly expands for the family of God. Is something that only God knows, and as God promised Abraham, there will be his descendants will be as numerous as the stars in the sky.